Hey, we already got somebody in there. We already got somebody in the house. Good morning, guys. I just thought I'd do a little live show. I'm waiting for my timer, or waiting for me to be able to go. We still got a few minutes yet. So, I figure what the hell. Let's do a small little 30-minute live show here. See if anybody shows up. I tell you what, the last few days, man, I felt like a real truck driver out here. Hey, William, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I love going out west. It's kind of like spreading your wings and being a real trucker. I loved it. We were in Utah. We were up in Idaho. Now we're on our way to Pennsylvania. Currently, right now, we are in Nebraska. And we're going to hammer down here in about a half hour. Just figuring how to kill some time. So I figured I'd just do a little bit of a live thing here. Right? Who is that? Pappy? 0303. Hey, somebody says, hey, 03 says he loves Panda. Yep. These are my heroes. These are my friends. They travel. I just came from California, first time in almost a year. You know, that's, I think it's been probably been over 2 years since I've been in California. We got a video of it. You can go watch it, but it's been quite a while since I've been in California. Hell, it's been quite a while since I've been out west. Everything kept pulling me to the East Coast. When they gave me this load, or the last load, it was like, yeah, we'll go, you know. It's just a different way of traveling when you go out west. You got less traffic. You got miles, right? So you got time to think. Hi from South Coast of England. Hey, we got England on there. Where have I been? Everywhere. We got a video up. We had a video that came up yesterday, and that was kind of a little bit of our trip going to Utah. And we're making a video now. On the way, we got the camera set up going toward Pennsylvania. So stay tuned for that, because I don't know. I guess anything that I'm recording, showing you guys where I'm at, where I'm going, or whatever, you know, gives you an idea. I've had a few people that's actually bumped into me. I guess somebody yesterday saw me on I-80 in Wyoming. I'm in Nebraska right now. It'd be a pretty easy day. We'll go through Nebraska. We'll be going through Iowa. And how's the laptop doing? It is doing great. It is. I tell you, I couldn't have gotten my laptop back in a better time, because I ended up, I don't know how in the hell, I got two laptops in here, but I don't know how in the hell I screwed up the other one. So I had to put it back to factory spec. The other one is just better, or the one that Rudy repaired. He's pretty good too. Board, he put a bigger RAM drive in it. He did a lot of stuff to that computer. But it's got a better graphic card, so it's got a better editor in it. So, and I use Adobe Premiere, and you gotta have a pretty good graphic card in order to use that editor. I love it. I do. What, little girl? You coming back up here? Huh? You coming back up here? Oh, gee. Sorry for the interruptions there. I got full bars. I think it might be my phone. Maybe my phone is just getting too old to be doing these live shows. I don't know. But I may have to invest in a new phone. This one just has a hard time. But we're still here. Yeah, don't go nowhere. We're still here. I don't know. I don't know any more than what I saw. Well, you're talking about that concrete truck that flipped over. He walked away. I mean, he had some cuts, and yeah, he had some pretty good cuts on him, but he was kind of dazed when he came out of that truck, right? He didn't even know what happened. We had to explain to him what happened, and of course I captured it using my dash cam, and the guy didn't do anything wrong. He just had a blowout, right? I'm out $750 for a new phone. Be careful. I think I'm going to have to get one because I can't hardly do a live show without losing my internet, and I don't think it's the internet now because I got full bars. But I think I'm going to have to be getting me a new phone here. Well, I've had this phone for 3 years. I guess it's about time, right? Does Jake and Panda like to sleep up by your head or down by your feet? Panda likes to sleep up there by my pillow, and Jake is independent. Sometimes Jake will actually get on the floor and go to bed. But we have the APU on, right? There's a blower down there that blows on the floor. He just kind of gets in front of that. He's smart. That's where the coolness is. So he likes to lay down there on the floor. He'll start out up there on the bed, but he likes to get down there on the floor. You hear that? That's the reason why you're seeing a lot of music on my videos going down the road. That thing, man, I turn on the sound on that dash cam so you can hear whatever is happening, right? And that thing just constantly makes noise going down the road. Good morning, Jukebox, Panda, and Jake. Have a wonderful, safe day. We will, buddy. And if anybody is probably going to go by Iowa 80 this evening, tonight, or that's where I'm going to probably end up. That's probably going to be the end of our day right there. So if anybody shows up over there and says, hey, Jukebox, we'll go in and have supper. Supper be on me tonight. How you feel about the government trying to make all trucks? I don't think it's going to happen. It did up in Ontario, Canada, though, right? You can't really go up into Ontario unless your truck is actually governed at 65. But I think there's going to be a bit of a fight here. I don't think it's actually, now don't quote me, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's going to go through here. I just don't see it happening. Of course, there's a lot of drivers that say, well, if they turn my truck down to 65, I'm going to quit. Get out of here. Trucking doesn't mean nothing to you if something like that is going to make you walk out. You know, 90% of the trucks out here anyway are governed. The only ones that aren't governed are the owner-operators that actually own their trucks. And they're the ones that are saying that they're going to quit. They're going to park their trucks if they actually make them have to turn it down to 65. But you know, it's even if they have it done, it's a fuel saving thing anyway. The faster you go, the more fuel that you're going to end up taking, and the more you're going to have to fuel up. And if you're trying to make a profit driving a truck, you certainly don't want to go too fast, because there goes your profit going up the stack. I can only go 62. Anything I wish they make us turn them up. Yeah. A lot of companies, I think JB Hunt, Swift used to, now they can do 65. I think England, now Prime, a lot of their trucks do about 58. With the Cruise, I think they can hit 60, 62 if they use the, if they use the pedal. But if they use the Cruise, I think they can only do 58. Quote me, I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that, but I think, but I really don't see it happening. I don't see it happening right away. But it all depends, right? We'll just have to kind of wait and see. But OOIDA, I think they're the ones that are going to speak up. But, you know, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, though. Good morning, dear Matthew. If the trucks can only do 65, and they can't go no faster, then what's going to probably end up happening is there's going to be a lot of cluster out here on the highway. I mean, you got a truck that, let's say a truck can do 62, 63, but the truck that is going around is doing 65. Well, guess what? All the four-wheelers that are behind trucks trying to get somewhere, they're really going to dislike the trucking industry because we're going to be in their way, or all trucks must use right lane. That could happen, but if that happens, then you got bumper-to-bumper trucks that are only doing 65. You're coming off of an exit ramp onto the interstate. Good luck getting onto the interstate because guess what? We are what you call a rolling roadblock. We're actually blocking the ramps so you can't get out. I mean, nobody ain't going to be able to go around nobody. It's going to be very, very interesting. So before they decide we're going to govern all the trucks at 65, they may want to think about this. They may really want to think about this. It will be a gigantic, it's already a cluster. But when you have a truck that can do 70, and you have another truck that's doing 65, that truck is going to get around that other truck. It ain't going to cause that much of a cluster. You got a lot of owner-operators, they don't even have a governor on their truck. They can go as fast as they want. So they don't have to dilly-daddle when they get into that left lane. They can just go around and get the business done and go. But if everybody's doing 65, it's going to be a mess. Higher prices, trucks will be, yeah, they want you to think about it. They need to think about it before they do it. They really, really, really do. See, the government has control of the truck because the truck has an ICC number, a DOT number. They don't have control of the four-wheelers because they don't run under commerce. So they cannot control what a car can do, but they can control what a truck does. I mean, you can leave California and drive all the way to New York City non-stop in a car, and they don't care if you fall asleep in that car, flip-flop, and kill 3-4 people in that car. It's just considered a fatality, right? But the trucks, they can control. And the trucks, they can make you stop, take a 10-hour break, make you take a 30-minute break. And it's going to happen, guys. It's part of our industry. It's always going to happen. We got Big Brother watching us. You either got the government watching you, you got your company watching you, you got the police out there watching you. People are watching. The government think robots are going to take over. Don't care about drivers. Yeah, but that ain't going to happen anytime soon. I don't see that happening 15, 20 years from now. Maybe. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. It's going to be a while. It's like them self-driving trucks. It ain't going to happen right away. I mean, and they'll never take the driver completely out of the truck. They can never take the driver completely out of the truck. That would be insane. Who would watch over, if it was a self-driving truck, it's going to be ran by a computer. If that computer had a glitch or messes up, it's going to need a human inside that truck to fix the problem. In other words, he's going to be in the truck. He would have to be in the truck to make sure nothing is going to go wrong. So there's always going to be a driver, even in a self-driving truck. It will never, but you won't have to do the driving. You're just going to have to do the babysitting. Can't even go into California unless you have a 2011 or newer. That's because of the region thing. That's you can thank our EPA for that. But California, I don't even consider part of the United States. When I go into California, it's like going into a whole different country. I mean, if you know what I mean. California is the lead of everything that happens. If it happens in California, more likely everybody's going to follow, or they're going to try to follow. California just wants to be the boss. They're bossy. They just want to be the boss of everything. My hubby drives for a company in Ontario, Canada, and he has a top speed of 104, yeah, which is around 65. How's the woodshed doing? It's okay. It's good. I mean, we've had a few little minor breakdowns, and people think the truck is just, but I don't care what it is. I'm driving this truck. Okay, there you go. I'm driving this truck, so it's going to break down every now and then. The only difference is if I didn't make a video and showed you, you guys wouldn't know, right? But I think we had to have a starter. I couldn't start the truck. The starter had been on the truck since it was new. My understanding was that starter's been on. The reason why they know that, they ran the number, and it showed the same manufacturing date when it was put onto the truck, the day the truck was manufactured. The radiator, we had to put a radiator in there because it leaked. Of course, we could have probably bronzed it or whatever, but you know, the best way to fix that is just do away with the old radiator, put a new radiator in it. That way you don't have no problems, right? And of course, with the new radiator, there's pressure now. There's pressure in the motor because of the new radiator. So that's why that little hose that was underneath, that's why it bursted. Because that was an old hose, so it couldn't take the pressure of that new radiator. And now we got a new hose. What else do we have? I just had a new compressor, air conditioner compressor put on the other day. So now we got a nice, cold, cool truck in here. So, I mean, it's little things is going to go down, but in all though, I've been running some miles, so Trump could care less about drivers. Look at your tax returns from last year. Hey, Trucker Rudy is there. Good deal, buddy. I just thought I'd do a little show. I got a half hour before I can roll, so I thought, well, I'll just do an early morning, have a show here. I get a lot of questions down in the comments on all the videos. So when I do a live show, I'm kind of hoping that person gets in there and he can ask and I can explain whatever, you know. But of course, when I'm doing a live show, that person ain't there. You know, politics is two things I don't talk about on my channel all that much. Because there's always going to be a controversy when it comes to it. One is politics. I really don't like talking politics because it doesn't matter. You're not going to ever say something that somebody doesn't like. And two is religion. I'm a Christian, but I don't preach the gospel on my channel because not everybody is. There's a few atheists out there. There's people that don't get into that, and I don't want my channel to be known as a religion thing, you know. Hey, Trucker for Life. Good morning, sir. To you. Yeah. You got a few good mornings out there, Trucker Rudy. Yeah. Got a few people saying good morning to you. We got 32 people here. That's a good turnout. In California, they passed a law you can't work on your own personal car anymore. California laws. What? If my car is sitting in my driveway and I gotta open the hood to work on my own car, CHP better stay the hell out of my driveway. I'm gonna tell them to leave, right? California, you won't let. Yeah, they probably want all the shops to work on your car. I got a word for that, but seriously, if I'm sitting in my own driveway, I'm working on my car. Trucker, be coming here by Ontario, Canada. There's always a wall-to-wall trucks. Yeah, on 401. Yep. All they're going to end up doing is making a fence by using the trucks. Because you know that drivers like to tailgate. And what's going to end up happening, you don't have to go on a strike. You don't have to go on a strike. If they actually say, okay, every truck has got to be set at 65. All you got to do, seriously, stay in the right lane. Don't try to go around nobody. Just stay in the right lane. Do exactly what they want. Do exactly 65. And you block up that right lane, you know. Because when the four-wheeler can't come out onto the interstate, or the four-wheeler can't move over into the right lane because he's got to take an exit, they're going to rethink this out. You're going to say, wait a minute. And watch what happens. Then, I got a feeling if they were to do that, they would probably put all the trucks over in the left lane, right? Okay, there won't be no more trucks in the right lane, but all the trucks has got to be in the left lane, so all the four-wheelers get onto the interstate or get off, and then we're going to have to be the ones that's going to have to try to get over. I hope that never happens. It's kind of like going down Mount Eagle. All the runaway ramps are actually on the left side of the interstate, but yeah, all the trucks has got to be on the right side of the interstate. So if you lose your brakes and you need that runaway ramp and it's over on the left side, but you got cars coming down and they're not going to let you move over and take that runaway ramp, you're going to end up in a mess. Hey, we just got a donation by Jeremy. Let me get that last name again. Because if I touch my screen and make it pop up, then I got to touch my screen on every comment. But we just got a $2 donation. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm going to get your last name here in a minute. I just got to wait for another comment to come up. Yeah, cool. Thank you. We got a few more minutes. We'll keep on going. Appreciate that, buddy. I really do. We put that in our, what we call our kitty fund. We do. We put that in our little kitty fund, and okay, gigs. That dang son. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. I love it. We're not that popular. We only got 4,000 something subscribers. We're not all that super big. It's just, but I'm really at the right size. I don't care if I'm a humongous channel, because I don't think I could read all the comments if I was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't want to grow, but it's kind of better when you don't have 9 million people. How in the hell do you read all the comments? You couldn't read all the comments. I think my channel is at the right size where I can actually literally go in there and see what everybody's writing, right? Yeah, gigs. Griggs? G-R-I-G-G. Griggs. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I really do, man. Hey, Jukebox, how are you? How you doing, my friend? Oh, I'm doing good. Oh, hey, that's Tom. Luden. He gets mad every time I say his name wrong. But I don't blame him. I guess I would get mad too if everybody always said my last name wrong. I don't think you can say my last name wrong, though. But we love you anyway, so I hope you forgive me. It's a little bright. I know the sun's a little bright, but let me make this clear. I love where I'm working. I love driving the woodshed. I really do. And just remember, every time that we do a repair job, it's just making it better, because we're putting the truck right back where it's got to be. and that's in a good state. So we don't have to worry about the starter now. We don't have to worry about. Well, thank you. Yeah. Hey, Tom said he's going to call me today. That would be great, man. I would love to hear from you. I thought maybe he thought he got better than us and he don't call anymore. I love talking. Especially going down the road. It kills time. I have a headset. I put it on. I don't have to touch my phone. I'm totally. I don't even have to answer I don't even have to hit my phone to answer. I got it set up so it will answer right away. I don't even have to say it, just answer, okay? As long as the headset is on. I am getting better miles. I love my job. I really love my job. I probably don't interact too much. So Woody's got an app, or not an app, but he's got a page where we can go in there and talk. Or I probably don't interact all that much. Believe it or not, I'm a quiet person. I pretty much stay to myself. It's hard to tell whenever I'm doing a video, but I pretty much stay with myself. That's how I think how drivers last the longest at a company. You don't get on there and bitch about this and that. You don't do that. You don't have to do that. You know, if you don't like your job, you don't like the way things are going, you feel that it's out of line or whatever, it's a free country. You can go any place you want to go. I'm not a job hopper though. And I remember one time my daddy told me, and he passed away now, but I remember my daddy told me, he said, the best way to know that you have a job security is one, you do your job, don't be lazy about it, get the job done, and two, keep your big mouth shut, never argue with the boss. Whatever the boss says, that's the way it's going to be. I'm the employee, he's the employer. So I don't say really too much. I don't, because I just do the job. Give me my orders, tell me what I have to go pick up, where I got to deliver, and leave the rest to me, because I will make sure I pick up that load, and I will make sure I deliver that load. I may not run it like anybody else, but Trucker Jukebox has his way of running a load, and I know I can be on time. They got to learn that from me, though, like any other company. You know, I guess they're sitting, they're looking at the computer, they know I'm not rolling, they get nervous, so they call you. They say, are you going to be all right with that? Are you going to be able to deliver that load? Of course. I better read some more of these comments. I think Travis is there. I saw Travis. He jumped up there. I got 5 more minutes and I got to get ready to go. I figure since I'm waiting, let me, okay, I'm back. How you get off CPAP? What? I think I do have to touch. How do you get off CPAP machine? I don't know. I don't have to wear one, so. Canada government thought was to cut down accidents. I don't know if that. I don't know if there. First of all, I think split speed limits between trucks and cars are probably the most stupidest thing that you can possibly do. Because it kind of looked like getting ready to cross the railroad track. The further you look down, you see a train coming. You don't know how fast that train is coming. So you're thinking in your head, the bigger the object, the slower it looks until it's right there. That could be an Amtrak train doing 75, 80 miles an hour. But at a distance, it don't look like it. And that's how a lot of cars get hit by trains. Well, you take a truck. I don't think the general public understands that a lot of these trucks are governed. Now, let's say you got a soccer mom. She's driving. She's taxiing while she's driving. She's got her cruise control set. In some states, it's 80 miles an hour. So she got her cruise control on 80. She's texting at the same time. She sees the truck up ahead of her, but in her mind, she probably thinks the truck is doing 80 miles an hour. Here, that truck is only doing 62, 65 before she knows it, because it takes her 30 seconds. She's taking her mind off the road. She's actually taxiing, and before she knows it, she's on top of that truck. Now, she can't get over because there's other traffic, right? And she rear ends the back of that trailer. See, if we were all going the same flow, I think it maximizes the accident. But when you go, I think split speed limits are stupid. I got a mouthpiece made of oh, okay. Oh, okay, he's answering. Well, we're going to get ready to go, guys. Any questions before we get out of here? If there is, now's the time. Ask me anything you want. Who's that? Okay. Hi. I'm having a hard time seeing the comment because of the sun, so the sun glare. That's what we're going to get ready to do. We're going to get ready to roll. We're making a video. The first thing I got to do is go up to the fuel island. I got to get the bugs off my window, because you wouldn't be able to see nothing. Matter of fact, the video where I was pulling in here, I got bugs on the window. So you look at that video, you're going to have to look in between the bugs, right? But we'll go up there and use the squeegee on my window. And I guarantee in an hour from now it's going to look just like it does right now. But at least I can make something before we get the bugs up there, right? Alright guys, we're going to get out of here. I thank you guys very much for watching. Stay tuned, we'll have another video up. I'm probably going to take the video and have one come up tomorrow. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. But anyway, if you happen to be by Iowa 80, you want to come by and say hi or whatever, come check us out. That's where we're going to be at the end of our day. God bless you guys, and I mean it. You guys are, well, you guys are my, I call you my internet family, because you are. We'll catch you on the next one. You guys be good. Never say bye, but always say later. Later.